Hello everyone and welcome back. We're still here in the winners round 1. We have a matchup between Scottie and UnicornAttack. UnicornAttack is designated attacker on this map. He's chosen Gunma Field. Interesting choice. One of the newer maps. Not a big fan of a lot of the newer maps because they're kind of generic and just don't feel very unique. I feel like the maps that shipped with the game were really designed by an artist first and the game designer second. Really unique and cool looking, and a lot of these newer ones just kind of flat and boring. But anyway, this is a flat map, great for cavalry. Unicorn has brought quite a bit of cavalry, but they're all light cavalry, so going definitely quantity over quality in that respect. Maybe just trying to get a big flank in and a big charge. Speaking of big charges, his front line has 3 no-dachis in it. That's quite a bit of no-dachis, and all spread out nice and wide, so he's definitely going for that big charge. A bow warrior monk here in the front, 2 Naginatas in the back, a couple Yari Ashigaru in the front actually to make a spear wall, and a few Katana Samurai, 3 of them it looks like, holding up the middle. Scottie on the other side in blue has brought a nice big Katana corps here. Let's say he's got 1, 2, 3, 6 of them, a few Yari Samurai, and some cavalry. A Great Guard over there, a Yari Cavalry. So going much heavier on his cavalry with that grinded out katanas. He also watch out for that big charge at the no-dachis and be careful of getting caught into that spear wall trap that many people can fall into quite easily. Going right out on the cavalry attack, not a bad idea. Any kind of cavalry pretty much will clean up light cavalry, so he's just going to go for it and try and take out his cavalry right away. But it looks like UnicornAttack here is dismounted his cavalry to get that bonus against cavalry that the spear cavalry has when dismounted. So we'll see if that's going to be good enough to stop this, but it looks like Scottie's just going to pull back and just take what he gets. Didn't kill well, he killed 5 people there in that one. Didn't lose any Yari cavalry himself. Trying to lure out that cavalry and get him early. Good strategy actually there by Scottie. I like that. If he can neutralize all of his cavalry, then Scottie's heavy cavalry will be able to just flank and do serious damage. But ooh, we have some bow action going on, shooting at the general. Very dangerous, those bow warrior monks with the armor-piercing bows that can kill generals quite easily. Can catch a slight cavalry off guard too with the Katana Samurai. That's just going to absolutely tear him apart. But the no-dachis are coming. Not going to get a very good charge off. Not in a tight formation, just kind of haphazardly hitting the lines. Did lose about 20 men in that charge, but the battle has already started. Going right into the spear wall, and immediately just going to be wavering, even though the rally is active. Inspires the no-dachis. Can't get a very good charge off because they have to charge their own men. It's one thing with the no-dachi sort of build. It's hard to use it if you have Yari Ashigaru in the front because it kind of breaks your own charge and kind of ruins it. General's in stand to fight now for UnicornAttack. His cavalry just getting pinned down, just going to get completely destroyed by the Yari cavalry and the Great Guard. No contest over there. And UnicornAttack's, wow, his cavalry's getting absolutely cleaned up. The Yari Samurai and will clean up the no-dachis with a little bit of cavalry help. So all he has to do is hope that his main line holds long enough for that cavalry to clean up Unicorn's cavalry, and he'll definitely have this battle, barring a terrible mistake. Still shooting into the general. There go the whistling arrows, but gonna hit his own men as well, so we'll see if that ends up being good or bad for him. Cavalry is cleaned up on this side and will now be moving in to sweep on through. Oh man, Scottie is in a great position here to clean this up. UnicornAttack has basically nothing left to fall back on. He's just gonna have to hope he can grind out with only 3 Katana Samurai against Scottie's 6. Probably not gonna happen. But warrior monks aren't going to do much at this point. If they're trying to shoot into the general, still that's a waste of time. Even if they kill the general, they're going to have enough men that they're not going to rout for quite a while. Rally's active too, so not a good idea really there to be shooting into the general. They're probably better targets, but at this point, there's not much he can do, period. But warrior monks getting hit there by a cavalry charge. Cavalry is all over the rear. It's hard to see because they're all fighting in the forest. Decent location for UnicornAttack to fight because he has the enemy cavalry to contend with, but in the end, it's not going to be enough. Because Scottie's infantry is going to clean this up. Didn't get a good no-dachi charge off, and the Katanas are going to definitely be able to clean this up. The war cry is active, but they're still in totally fine green morale. 87 men there, 83. Good numbers, too. Yari Samurai are just going to be a backbone to this army. Covering these Katana Samurai, or no-dachis, excuse me, tried to flank, but going to get caught by the Yaris and probably cut down with abandon. Scottie's cavalry, of course, coming around the flank too. See if they're going to actually take the time. Yes, they are going to take the time to actually flank, so they're crashing right into the enemy lines. And actually going for the general, excuse me. Gonna be no chance here if this general goes. Absolutely no chance. Does have a decent amount of infantry left. You can see that big red blob here in the middle. And they are monks, so there could be heroics. And, oh, never mind, that spear wall has broken, so they are routing. Wavering all over. General is still alive, but not going to be enough. There's just too much here that Scottie has left. That was a great choice by Scottie there. I'll talk a little bit more about it in the post game, but very good response to this attack. Excellent. Preys directly on UnicornAttack's weaknesses. And there we go. Game 1 goes to Scottie. He's up 1-0. Can he get the sweep on his own turf? We'll find out. Well, what a great game 1. You know, I said one of the hallmarks of skill in this game, beyond builds, beyond units, knowledge, all that, is being able to look at the enemy's army, find where his strengths and weaknesses are, and exploit it, depending on whether it's the weakness or the strength that's more exploitable. And there was definitely the weakness. The weakness there was the cavalry. 5 units, but light cavalry. I mean, light cavalry get absolutely trashed by pretty much anything in melee. I mean, literally anything can kill light cavalry in melee. And against spear cavalry, they have no chance. So Scottie saw that and went straight for the cavalry and just completely destroyed it. Definitely should have had better micro there by UnicornAttack, keeping his cavalry more safe. But I don't think he expected Scottie to be that ballsy and just go straight after his cavalry like that. But it was a great decision by Scottie. Ended up turning the battle in his favor. Because once the cavalry was gone, he ensured he didn't get a good Nodachi charge off, and it was basically entirely in Scottie's hands at that point. So great job there to Scottie. He's up 1-0 in the match. We're going to the next game. It's going to be his choice on his home turf. See if he can seal the deal and get the sweep. See you in the next battle. Thanks for watching.